Hey, welcome back. It is the most stunning autumn day here in Australia, so what's better than to, sequester myself inside and build a Lego set? But I mean, this one is an autumn Lego set. Well, in the colours anyway. This is the latest in the Lego Botanicals line. This is a red Japanese maple bonsai something something. I'll have a look at what the name is in a moment. But we got 6 bags. We've got our instruction books, which will remind me what the actual name is. So yes, Japanese red maple bonsai tree. There's a little bit of a blurb about it in the front of the instruction book, which is absolutely stunning. And this is actually the second bonsai tree in the Botanicals line. This is the first one that came out in 2021. And in just those few short years, we've had so many new parts and recolors. So we are about to level up our bonsai game. So where did I get this? I got this at Kmart for $78, but the RP here in Australia is $99, $60 in the US. So, and Big W I think also has it for the same price if you're an Aussie. So yeah, I would highly recommend looking around, seeing if you can get this one at your local stores, because it is always so satisfying to get it for a cheaper price. Oh, right. I was going to try and be like really calm and mindful for this build, but I had 2 cups of coffee before I started, so my hands are shaking. Okay. Yeah, so calm, so calm. This is the base. Botanicals builds aren't actually very interesting, I think, anyway, to watch people build, which is not a good thing to say. I want you to keep watching this because I think it's interesting as I go along, but there is a lot of repetitive building. However, when you have got the final structure in place and you can put it out for display, it is absolutely the most satisfying thing. But I like knowing what's happening underneath everything. So we've got our base, the stand for this, in a green, smooth pot, because it is a bonsai, and we've got a base down, which is we're going to be building the moss layers and because moss grows in little lumps. There must be a better way of saying that. Maybe mounds of moss. That's is that more poetic? I don't think so. But look at the color scheme in this. That's poetry in motion. The colors of all the different shades of green are making such an organic, I mean, you would 100% look at this and go, this is moss. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. All right, so we've got the soil and the moss layer down. Now we're putting on the trunk for the tree, and obviously this is a bonsai, so it's going to be kind of knotty and gnarly, and I know very little about bonsais themselves, except I'm 100% not qualified to care for one. So having one out of Lego that I can just build and then put aside to gather dust but look beautiful on my shelf is the absolute most perfect compromise for me. All right, so we have got our trunk on. Now we're getting branches by incremental bits, and they have to obviously build out in all directions so that it's beautifully 3-dimensional. So this one here with the 3 prongs will go out that way, and you've got ball joints on the end, which is where we're going to be adding the beautiful autumn foliage. We've got some more shape going out for our trunk going up. I feel like my brain's not connecting to my mouth, but it's fine because this is mindful and calming and 100% not fueled by coffee. But this is so interesting, making these shapes in so many different ways, and the colors are, they add definition and texture, and oh my goodness, it's just a masterpiece in color theory. Okay, first foliage spray. They're all built exactly the same way, but slightly different colors. But look at this brand new piece. This is going to be so versatile. You'll be able to stack them, stick them in between things. Very, very cool. So we have got a reddish orange on the bottom. We've got red on the top. Oh, yeah. The gradient, the color gradient is beautiful. It's just beautiful. And then this bit is, we also see this actual exact build quite a few times. This is the red that goes overlaid on the top. I mean, that's what an overlay is, right? So that goes in here, and then this is what we have so far from a front perspective. So next up is building out the actual shape of the trunk of the tree, and we've got all of these beautiful curves and angled pieces. I need to just make sure I have them in the right place, otherwise it's going to look a little bit funky. I think they're right. Oh, okay, and this then goes down and attaches to the trunk of the tree, but goes those roots going down into the moss, or coming out of the moss logically, and then more branches. Time to move back up into the top of the tree. So this bit goes on there, And then this bit is going to add some more foliage, and then the instructions say to move that off to that doesn't look like the picture. Oh, okay, that bit needs to go down the bottom. All right, fixed it. So we can angle these, yeah, you can angle the sprays of leaves however you want them to be. So at the moment, I'm just trying to angle them the way they are in the instructions, and then you can play around with them later on. So putting more of our beautiful Japanese maple foliage on, and this is a lot of repetitive building, so I'm just doing these in chunks. You've seen me build all of these already in the earlier part of the build, so now we are just layering them on and up all the way to the windy top. Oh, we get one more on here off the side. Oh gosh, yeah, okay, we get more sprays. And then the finished structure itself is significantly larger than I expected it to be. So it's maybe twice as tall as the previous bonsai tree. And look at that, it is an absolute stunning eye catcher on display. The colors are bright and organic, and they work so beautifully together. And I just adore the mossy base. It's every detail has been thought of. The ombre is the gradient of the foliage. Mind blowing. All right, let me know in the comments if this is a set you're going to be adding to your collection, and I'm so excited to see what else the Lego Botanicals theme is going to be bringing out in the future. In the meantime, just going to stare at this for a really, really long time. I feel really calm and at peace. All right, I'll see you again soon. Bye.